What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter. This is episode 52 to be exact. We are down Josh Miller, if we didn't already tell you that in Monday Mayhem. We're some forgetful fucks, dude. But you know what? At least we had the core four intact for a little bit. We'll all be back intact again here soon. We just had Damian Maffey on the podcast for an interview last Friday. So we figured, why not review one of his movies? And I thought Haunt, maybe Wrong Turn made a little more sense. Tyler brought that up. But I think Haunt might be my favorite of his. And I know Tyler likes Haunt as well. Yeah. And Rodney needed to see it. So we're like, let's get this shit popping. Let's review some Haunt. So, guys, let's review some Haunt.
I got a couple notes.
You got 2 notes. Nice.
3, actually, I think.
Really? Did you? I didn't see you write a single note.
No.
We watched this right beforehand.
Yes. Okay.
What you got,
I'm just
going
to hit mine real quick because they're simple.
Yeah, okay.
Good. Okay. This scene was good. The end. Y'all
I like
carry
the
on.
intro. The intro was pretty dope, and then that string with the title coming up.
The
I
chalk
thought that was
line.
clever. Yeah. I thought that was real clever.
Very cool.
Super clever.
Somebody threw a whole damn pumpkin at the front door.
Yeah, you had commented on that.
Dude, that made no sense. Like, I get maybe a part of a pumpkin, but a whole, and it came from, distance, too. Like, someone strong threw that pumpkin.
Like a Major League Baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy. And then the human centipede joke, which actually made me LOL. Like,
yeah, you laughed out loud a couple times.
Those are my notes.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'll go along with y'all, though.
I love haunted houses. So, like, this is a fun movie for me. Anything involving a haunted house, I love. Sure. This won't be one like you want to go to, though, but I still love haunted houses.
Are you kidding me? I'd love to.
Yeah, you'd be crazy to want to go to this one.
We were all talking about earlier is how it's like a haunted house movie should be something that's rather easy to make, but it seems like nobody can get it right.
No, they never do.
It seems like an easy synopsis, like it's a haunted house, go wild.
You don't need a ton of set designs.
They fuck it up every time.
Yeah.
But does this movie?
You could film it in a house, just your regular house, and just make it look like it's way bigger.
And this is haunted here. Yeah. I will say this much: the cast is not Oscar worthy, obviously, but they immediately seem a little more likable than most groupings of not children. In my chef voice, that wasn't that good, but that younger fucking high school, college type vibe. They're pretty good compared to most casts, I think, that are
in the time frame
like
they had in the movie. They made you like the characters more than most other horror movies.
More self-aware.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
and I got to tell you, man, when Evan, the human centipede, walked up and smacked that drink in Harper's face, I every time I watch, even now when I watch this movie, I've seen it at least a handful of times now. I'm always like, I don't know, I have that initial shock, like, is he with them?
Yeah,
the first time I watched it, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I'm never ready for him to be like, Evan, what are you doing, bro? Like,
I was ready for him to fight him. I was hoping he would.
It has a feeling like they have no idea who
I thought he was going to be like a big jock, like a big football player, but it was just this fat guy in front of the human centipede.
Oh, yeah. He was just a normal.
Yeah, he's a normal dude. Like,
just kind of. Well, he was probably the most self-aware, I think. Him and what was her name that got her wrist slit? What was her name?
The black girl.
What is her name? Mr. Blank on the spot.
She wasn't having it, but neither was
the nurse.
No, I think she was the dumbest of all of them.
Could be.
But
Harper.
Harper, her and the other girl were like not with it from the start, but Harper especially.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even want to go out because apparently she just broke up with her boyfriend right before they decided, hey, let's go to a haunted house.
Yeah. Speaking of haunted houses, would y'all do this haunted house? After everything they went through, going to the spot, do you think in their situation with Mr. Clown, like doing that, how it just kind of magically appeared, driving down the road. They feel like people are following them.
If I have to sign a waiver, I'm not going in that building.
Yeah, I'm against that too.
I've
you gotta give up your phones.
I've signed a few waivers for.
Did you go to that one in Indiana where if you get up to the top floor, you get no. so much money or whatever?
No, that's
God,
too.
That's
too.
It's like $1,000.
Have you seen some of these haunted house places? Though there's one like you can look at it on YouTube where it's not even people being scared. Like, it's people literally getting tortured almost to death.
What?
Like, yeah, there's like a video.
They closed it down, though.
Yeah, there was this guy, and he's like, you can watch it on YouTube. He's like, I push people to their brink, and it's like mental fucked up shit. Like, there's a part.
Oh, the waterboarding and all that shit.
Yeah, he's like getting shit dumped.
They did close him down?
Yeah, he's like, man, please, I can't breathe. Like, I think I might die. And they just keep dumping it on his face. He's like, you signed up for this. I'm like, this dude's just a sadistic fuck.
Well, no, that's not a haunted house
you want to meet
I'd ever go to.
Yeah.
But what... The haunted house in this movie, yeah, I would have went to it, you know, but there's certain points where I'm like, okay, I'd still do it, but that's kind of sketchy. And then there's other points in the movie that happen, and I'm like, no, I would definitely. And they happen at the beginning, which would make me not want to go into the haunted house, like the whole phone thing, how they had to leave their phones.
Yeah.
No,
there's a lot of sketch going on here.
Most haunted houses don't. You don't have to. You just can't use your phone. You can't shine light or anything.
But honestly, though, I did like how they took away the phones because it sounds dumb, but I feel like it's a good enough reason to separate the people from the phones. You always struggle with that, and you always hear people like, "Why did you get on your phone? Oh, loss of signal." It's like, motherfucker, that you can't have a movie in this day and age. Like these smartphones and shit killed horror. You got to suspend the disbelief to some degree.
I can understand that.
Yeah, but this is a good enough reason. Like, hey, just fucking take away the phones. Make it a part of the rules. And I could honestly see going to a haunted house, like, without waivers. We don't want you on your phone the whole time. Just like they take away shit when you go to these comedy shows now. That's a big thing. I could see that at, like, a certain venue. I think it's a good enough, valid enough reason, which is what you rarely get from a horror movie, why you would be kind of stranded without a phone. Yeah, where you're kind of sitting there like they were, where they were like, fuck, we locked them away in the lockbox. And they do give you a little bit of comfort because they're like, hey, you got the key. You can come back for it. I can believe that.
Yeah, I've never been to a haunted house where they've taken my phone though, and I've been to a lot of them. So
no, but
this one I understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that at like a regular haunted house, but I feel like one that makes you like sign waivers. I could envision that happening.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but then, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it is better than just like, I lost my signal. Like, you know, there was at least something there that I could be like, well, maybe. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, if they took their phones and they're like, we don't have service, that would have been so much worse. Or they
just don't use them at all, and you're like,
they had it the whole time.
Yeah, like that. There's legitimate proof that places do that from time to time. Why not a haunted house? And they're trying to sell you on the experience, especially one where you sign waivers.
I'm sure there are ones like that. It is. Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you, there's a haunted house where they won't let you take your phones in.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Personally, I won't do anything waiver wise. Putting the cell phone would be difficult, but
he's a waiver.
That's wise.
Oh, yeah, look at you. Look at you.
I'm so smart. I'm
not signing waivers.
You're not doing that? Mm-hmm. I'll eat some vanilla wafers.
Is
it wafers?
That's wafer.
Oh, my God. I'm going to fucking do terrible at the spelling bee.
I would sign it. I would sign the waiver, but it depends on, like, what I'm signing.
I don't want to sign anything.
That's what you got to read it. Like, some's like they just put stuff in like don't take a shit in the corner, and that's why you got to sign it.
Well, what if I need to shit?
Yeah, exactly. You got to
shit in the center of the room, and that way it's not the corner.
You can work your way around it.
Can slip on it.
Well, they can work their way around it too. It's a different version of work your way around it, but yeah. You work your way around the terms, they work their way around the shit.
It'd be a shitty horror house.
Literally. Anyways, it's like, dude, keep Monday Mayhem off this shit. Okay. And then, of course, they do enter the haunted house. You dumb bitches. You dumb fucking bitches. When they walk up on that window, though, and that girl gets, burned.
Oh, the branding.
Little poker branding type stick.
Yeah, that's
would y'all be skeptical at that point? Because I don't know, man. Like you were saying, it looks a little real.
I would go to the haunted house. I would go in. I would get there. I would see that, and that's like the first thing where I'm like, okay, this is kind of sketchy because that looked real. They could have faked it. I would still be going through the haunted house at that moment.
You're getting us killed. I can see it now. This is gonna happen in the future.
Yeah, I would convince myself
like,
there's no way they're actually doing that to people. I mean, I would convince myself like this is for fun. This is a haunted house. And
well, they did have the smoke and then the curtain closed, so it's like, okay,
they're doing something.
And it's not somebody you know.
Yeah,
so it's like okay, so that, but. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, they could have thought she was one of the actors in the haunted house, but turns out I don't think she was.
Yeah. But the branding I was thinking of a whole other scene for some reason.
I would still be going through the haunted house at this moment.
Yeah,
but what happens next is when I'm like, no.
Okay. Yeah. And then, of course, they walk up on the coffin. You know, they kind of experienced, like, what's this shit on the walls? You know, they had oil on the walls. That brought up some question marks. They had the fake spiders. They were like, oh, man,
I thought they were real.
Yeah. And then, but, well, you know, maybe there were some real spiders.
Because that one was, like, crawling.
It was the first one, but, they could have not dropped that one.
Well, see. A bunch more. I think they were fucking real, is what I think. And I think, you know, no, it's not real.
It's one of them acting spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be it. Too. But that's what I was getting to is they end up at the coffin, dude. And again, it's like, dude, we about to get separated. As soon as I go in that coffin, I'm going to think there's a trap door or someone's going to open it, pull me through it. My mind goes to places like this, people. And then, of course, Mallory, dude. I like the foreshadowing there where she was drinking that vodka or whatever. And they were talking like, oh, the spider at the bottom, that's a part of it. Like wherever.
That's her name, Mallory.
Thailand, something like that. And they're just like, oh, yeah, that is the thing, Mallory. It's okay. But then later on, it tied in perfectly because they're just dumping spiders all over this bitch's head.
Oh, yeah. And she's terrified of them,
and I'm horrified of spiders and tight places. So that would be all around horrible for me. Like you said, I just bust the fuck out of there. Granted, it's a chick, and granted, I don't even know if I could bust out of there, but I can legitimately, in that, like, you know, mom left a car moment to save her son, like, that would be that kind of energy, I think, for me. That scene fucks with me, dude, because, like you were saying, when that fucking spider kind of, like, crawls up, and then, boom, they all come in.
Yeah.
It's intense. And I don't necessarily think that was fake. I think it was real. And then they came out, and they're like, oh, you're thinking about the spiders from earlier. Yeah, dude, you're cool. This bitch. You know, there's a reason to think that.
Y'all were talking about, like, how they, like, oh, they actually went there. They went there. So in my mind, when that scene, they opened up that top little slide, I was like, oh, something metal is going to drop right down on her face and just smush it. Because that's what I was thinking because of what y'all were saying. I was like, oh, so if they went there, then, they're about to go crazy with it.
Something else I love about this movie, dude, I love, like, the slow kind of build of it. I mean, it's not super slow to the point where it hits, you know, the complete halt button. But there's a lot of, you know, that feeling of just like, okay, like what you were thinking, it's time, somebody about to get murdered. And they're kind of like, nope, nobody got murdered, but something scary happened. And it keeps you kind of guessing. You're kind of like the whole way, you're like, oh, here we go. And you're like, oh, no. But they do a good job of, like, not letting it get boring. They, like, spice it up with little things like the spiders and other things they do in the movie. But even as far as, like, the coffin they get in, like, in your mind, you're like, oh, somebody's going to pull her through right here. Oh, no, now this is going to happen. Yeah. Every little thing, they do a good job of keeping you on edge. Like, here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. So when it finally does get there, it's like that release valve is turned, and you're like, oh, shit, we are in it to win it now. I think that's a great job they do in this movie, dude.
Yeah, it had a good pace to it.
Mm-hmm. The pace was pretty good with this movie.
And then they get separated.
Oh, yeah. And we talk about Damien crawling through the tunnel, too.
Yeah, Damien. Perfect crawler, man.
Yeah, you killed it. And you said something on the interview, man. You were talking about, like, hey, the sound effects, and I was going to look stupid. And you were talking about, we had me going down the slide, but would that look too stupid? I don't know, man. After watching it again, if you hit it with the right glide, it might have worked. But, yeah, the crawling scene, like he was saying, he thought it would be really stupid, but the sound design and the effects, it was perfect, man. Like, that scene was legitimately creepy because I can put myself in Harper's shoes. Like, what is that? Looking to the left, and you just see this body in a devil suit slowly kind of trudge by, and you're like, hey, guys, there's let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, very effective stuff. What were you saying, Tyler?
No, that whenever they get separated and
Gotta keep them separated. They should have played on the radio.
I think it's the baseball guy, Bailey, which is the black girl's name.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the nurse girl, whenever they do the little glory hole, put your arm, see what you feel.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's Bailey puts her arm in there, drops the ring that she took from Harper.
Don't do it.
So they're trying to get the ring back out, so they're sticking their arm in, and in the third hole, there's someone back there with razor blades and just slices up her arm.
I wonder which one did that, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always think about that.
I agree with you when you said that it was one of you two said that you liked how she looked at her arms. Nothing. It was like everything was okay, but then the blood slowly came out.
The
I feel
opening.
like that's how. I feel like that's how it would happen. You cut deep
would take
enough.
a second.
Yeah, and know what else I loved about it is how Nathan came over and he was like, oh.
Yeah.
And normally it's
yeah,
and it has that feeling because he's right next to her. Every time in that scene, what happens? It happens in every horror movie.
You know it's
it's
gonna
Nathan like getting attacked, and you're like,
Just
"Oh,
kidding."
we knew that was coming." Or it's like, "I'm just kidding," and then they kind of separate. I like how it was the just kidding direction, but she started freaking out too, and he's like, "No, I'm good." Oh shit! Like this is real. Like it made it feel more out of nowhere. They did a good job with that, capitalizing on top of that. Where most movies are just like, "You jerk," and they just repeat the same thing over and over again. I thought that was acted out very well by them.
And everything up to that scene, I would still be going through the haunted house. But once that happened to Bailey,
Tyler's
and then
gonna
I
be
was
at the
in
end of
there
this.
and I see they cut her, that's when I'd be like, we need to get the.
See, I was
hell
waiting
outta
for
here.
Tyler to be like, it was at that point when I was in the yard with the guy with the gun. And it was probably about that point I'm like, okay, maybe I don't
they're
want to do
tricking
this.
us.
Maybe I don't want to do this haunted
No.
house.
Whenever I would see my friend with her arm cut after I'm already separated, and
Yeah.
I'm still thinking in my mind, did that girl really get branded? Like, it looked real. So
Yeah.
at that point, I'd be like, no, we need to get out of here.
There's some shit
now.
going down. And they thought the same. You could tell.
Yeah, they knew
Switch
when-
flip. They're like, this is real, bro. How do you fake this? And then what happens immediately after, basically? Can you imagine seeing one of your friends get it like that on the
Oh,
other side
yeah.
of that glass?
The-
Poor Malpal,
The
dude.
yellow
Mallory.
dress.
yeah,
I knew she was gonna be first to go. I knew
Nah,
it.
Yeah.
you did say something about that, but you said it when it was like,
When she got in the coffin.
yeah, the coffin. You're like, right here, right
which,
now.
That was early. Well, yeah, I thought it was gonna be right there, but I knew like right there that she was gonna be the one because she didn't really have much of like a
dialogue.
story arc or anything like that beforehand. She was just kind of like that added in. So, but yeah, that shit. Dude, the deaths in this movie were so.
They
I
were
feel
all
like super
good. They were all
realistic.
pretty good.
Nah, very
Yeah.
solid. And I feel like they got better with like every one.
Yeah, each one got
There's, like, a
significantly
build.
better.
Oh yeah,
When we get to it, the pitchfork is my favorite.
yeah. I fucking love.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That's the fucking jam, dude.
But yeah, she gets what is it? She didn't brand her. She straight stuck that shit
That
through
fire
her temple,
poker.
dude.
And that's what's dope about it.
I
You,
was like,
you don't really
damn.
know what's gonna go down. Then out of nowhere,
know
it's
it.
like, dink, and then
Yeah.
it cuts away real quick. Their face is like, and I like the build too. Like you can hear them screaming, but it's not like overly loud. It's like you can hear the music, and they're kind of faded behind it. Like Mallory, get up, and then doom, and you're as an audience member like, oh
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, and they even as the audience member, you're kind of like, she's about to get Brandon now. It's like, nope,
Nope.
motherfucker, dink, you're
and then
done.
The curtain. It was
Oh,
just
my
like
God.
God.
Yeah,
bless,
and I was like, dang, they really went there quick with it. I didn't
Shit.
think they were gonna. The first time I watched this movie, I saw that scene. I was like, they're not gonna kill her. Boom, dead. I was like, oh my, wow.
Well, and it does, and that's part of like its way of building each scene. It does such a good job of that. Like I was just touching on, where you're like, you start to that's what a good movie does, because you start to build up this thing in your head where you're like, all right, I've seen enough of this movie now. You start to build up that subconscious, like you went from this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this gonna happen to nothing happened to now you flipped it and you're like, they're gonna fucking back out. Oh no, now the floodgates are open. So good. Love how they did that, dude. And the music does a good job of subtly kind of building. It isn't laid on like very forceful, like you don't get like a full on score. Really, it kind of builds and builds and builds until you get to the end credits where you hear the whole score. And it's amazing. I think the score is actually very, very good in this movie, and it gets better over the course of the movie. And I really love the set pieces and scenarios they put these guys in. I think it's amazing, like the job they did with that. The ideas of like, this is how we can split them up here. This is how we can split them up here. Let's have a tunnel here. Let's have a trap here. Let's have this here. Very good on that regard.
Well, they're split up, and after they see their friend get murdered in front of their eyes, the big guy's name is, I think, Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're locked in the room, so they're trying to escape the room, and he apparently can pick any lock, and he can't pick this one lock. So they're stuck in that room, all while the baseball guy is going. He's separated, and then he goes into that wall of ghosts.
Love that.
Or the
scene.
mannequins
Very
with
good.
white hoods on.
All right, now come on.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Sorry.
I hate those. Any movie with that shit in it, dude. I hate it.
Especially the guy he's standing. There's one like right in the middle of the walkway, and then it moves and stuff.
Well, you don't even see it. You just hear.
Yeah.
It drops the keys, of course, which I agree with. Because I feel like you're kind of like loose everywhere. Even in your hands, you're. See, I don't think so. I feel like I'd be nimble. I feel like because my legs are loose because I'm ready to dip out if I have to. I feel like even my hands would be loose. Like if I knew there was imminent danger right then and there and I was tensing up like here it comes, I'd be tight. But if I'm like, am I okay? I'd almost be like this. Like I'd be creeping. I'd want my hands to be loose. You'd almost want to be like this so you can just immediately duck out rather than being like, I'm tight. You want to be as loose as possible so you can book it. So I think his hands were probably loose with that key. He wasn't going like, boom, he was doing kind of like this, and then drop. I can believe it. And then, of course, he looks up, gone. And then I'd be gone. Not in 60 seconds. I'm not Nicolas Cage. I'd be gone in 1 second. I'm booking it. I'd be like, guys, I tried to go find some shit. There was like I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. That's what I would come back to, because I couldn't do that after that. After I saw him dip out like that, I'm like, there was a person there, and you want me to walk through that? And I think they're murdering people at this point? No.
Well, then he yells out because he sees him. He's like, hey, one of our friends is hurt. We need help. And that's when the ghost comes back, and you think he's like a good guy because he's like, we need some help. He's like, your friend's hurt? Like, follow me this way. Mm-hmm. Turns out the ghost is not a good guy.
Yes, sir.
What?
And dude, did you not catch that?
No.
Sorry. Spoiler.
Dude, and I love how they kind of cause doubt in their heads. Because like they're full on in, but the next thing you know, the ghost is saying shit like, oh, there wasn't an exit there. Like, just little things are just like, oh, so you are fucked up. And he's like, look, man. He even tells him, like, that's why we have you sign a waiver. We get a little rough here, but she's waiting outside. I swear, it's not what you think you saw. And there is just enough there for you to think back on, like, what we were just talking about. There's that one shit where people are getting tortured from signing waivers. They have done no research on this place. There's enough there to where...
There was one Yelp review.
Yeah. You get serious.
1 star. It was 1 star.
It was. Is that what it was? 1 star.
There's enough there to get serious because you feel like it's still a serious situation. But he's caused that Stockholm syndrome type of approach.
You just want to know if you could trust him or not. That's the main
where
thing.
You're like, well, damn, is he right? Is this one of those places that just makes you think you're gonna die? Because there's places that make you think that. There's places that make you think, did my friend just get killed? I feel like I've heard about this. You would have that second guess feature to it, and I love how they flip it on its head. It's like they build you up, and you're like, oh man, I need that release. You get that release, and they build you up again, and they're like, well, fuck, wait a minute here, like, because you're putting yourself in the character's shoes, like, maybe there is something. Is this guy good? I don't think he's good, but fuck, dude, I can see where they're coming from, and it's good that they keep playing with your mind like that. They don't keep it simple and let it just keep flowing, like, oh yeah, murder. There's a flow to this. It's very thought out. It's very well done. Very good shit. Rodney, you over there breathing hard.
I was waiting to see if anyone was going to say something.
All I heard was...
My nose like stopped up a little bit.
You still tired for that basketball game?
Dude, yeah, that basketball team.
Oh, man, I got plenty to say, dude. When Damien comes smashing through that door and Harper's like, run. That shit was dope. And we got to talk about before then. They fucking get him to come through, like, let's go through the tunnels. And it's like, okay, only one at a time. They get old Evan.
It was smart for Harper to ask the ghost guy for his keys.
Yes, I like that a
lot.
lot.
They each had, like, pretty good ideas. Like, the baseball player had that idea to go with
behind the ghost.
the poker, the fire place.
And it still didn't work out. He had a perfect excuse to be like, we can't put too many people in there.
But that guy played him because
Dude,
he waited and then knocked on it and then nailed him in there.
I loved it. I love the way he fucked with their heads, dude.
Yeah,
it was
did.
masterful. And I love that shot, dude, when he comes through and he like raises up and he looks like 20 stories tall. Beautiful shot there. And when as soon as he started nailing it, I was like, this motherfucker. Like, I didn't have the Stockholm Syndrome, but I was like, I know you now, you little bitch. I know what you're up to. And it was great, dude. And you had the adrenaline pumping because you're like, what's going to go down? What's going to go down? And they pump up that music again, how they just subtly kick it in. And then you can hear, Harper sitting there just like turning it over and it ain't working. And she's sitting there, dude, and she's fucking over there like, guys, run. And they're like, oh, we can't. And you could see on her face like, guys, no, I can't hold this. Something's trying to come through. I don't know what's on the other side of this door, but it is coming. And I love the thought, like, you don't know what's coming, but something's coming. And then the authenticity of it, because if you had friends right there, you'd be like, no, God, fucking seriously, you need to fucking run. Like, I love that about it. And they're just like, God, we can't. I'm like, it doesn't matter. There is something coming through here to get us. And then you have that feeling, you're like on edge, like, oh my God, what's on the other? And then Damien with the fucking devil suits on the other side of that door. And that music pumps up and he's just speed walking to him. And then boom, what happens?
The favorite kill.
Yeah,
Dude,
boom.
pitchfork through the front of the temple, but then goes behind her eye and then out
God,
her.
so
dude,
good.
The crazy thing about it is if you look closely, her eye, like as it goes through, it rolls her eye up. So like her pupil goes like all the way back, and it just looked great. That kid,
yeah, definitely.
She looked great dead.
Yeah,
no, dude, how beautiful she did. Like you said.
Who did I say that about earlier in the movie?
I wasn't going to talk about it because it was very offensive.
We don't talk offensive.
No, it was the same girl, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
it was.
You worded something weird. I'm like, did he just say that she looked great dead? And then like we saw that scene, I was like, there you go, you sick bastard.
I'm surprised though. She seemed like a useless character, almost like a fill-in. Anyway.
Yeah, the first two that died, they didn't have as much punch. But I liked them though too. Like I didn't like them like they didn't have a lot going for them, but I liked that they were there. I
feel like they could have used her nurse aspect more to her advantage in this movie. I feel like she could have been more.
Well, the only time she really did was when the girl got the cuts on her arm. She was there for that.
Yeah, but what did she do for that, though?
Wrapped it.
I forgot she was a nurse in real life, too, wasn't she? For a moment, I was like, Rodney, it's a Halloween outfit.
Well, I don't think she's a nurse. I think she was, like, majoring in something.
She was, like, a nurse because the very beginning of the movie, she's like, that bruise is talking about a
contusion.
Oh, yeah, something about her head,
yeah.
No, that killed me out because for half a second, I had a blank spot. I'm like... This motherfucker is being dead ass serious right now. That'd be like if I was dressed up as Aladdin, and you're like, we need to go to the hospital. You're like, dude, where's your magic carpet in a situation like this? Don't hold out. It's an emergency. I was like, what? It's like I just feel like they could have used her nurse abilities a little more, and my mind immediately went to like, bro, it's a costume.
It was. I think she was a dead nurse, is what her costume was.
Yeah, she looked like a zombie nurse,
which was original.
That killed me out for a second. I was like, oh, hold on, he might actually have something here. But for half a second, I was like, Rodney.
So then, Buddy won't like kick the door open the right way. I noticed Tyler called it out too.
Yeah,
where you should just lay on your back and use your full momentum of your legs to kick open the door.
Definitely, but I don't.
You don't think you could kick it? You could put a hole in it.
He only put one nail in it.
No, he nailed like the whole thing.
He put more than one nail.
I thought they just kept focusing on the same nail.
No, it showed the final thing, and it was like do. You should definitely go with the kick it out approach. I think you're initially obviously going to go with his approach, but you'll make your way to that approach. But also, it happened so fast. As soon as he was like, "Oh fuck!" Like there's something going down here. Now your attention isn't on breaking that out. My attention would be go back for the girls. It wouldn't be on breaking through there. Maybe not y'all, because y'all are pieces of shit.
No. First of all, they all messed up because none of them went for the pallet on the side. Like all that was made out of was like pallets, really.
No, but
if
you're that guy right there and it's boarded up, I'm not as worried for my friend. I'm like, this is a setup. I'd be more, you have strength in numbers back there.
I feel like the setup would be going back.
Yeah.
They just locked you in, so they think first instinct would you go back to them.
Well, no, as a male though, you're not like, are you gonna go like, let me bust through here and give my buddy? Or as a male, you're gonna be like, holy shit, we're fucked. Back, it is the setup.
Well, we're fucked back the other way. Might as well go through the way they don't want us to go.
Man, I mean, it's not that. It's like, yes, that's the setup, but as a man,
you're talking about protecting the women.
Yeah, I have 3 women back there. I mean, so you'd bail on that situation, I think.
Yeah.
I think you'd be I feel like in that situation, you're like, all right, come through, but you'd be like, boom, 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 and you'd be like, I can't. Oh shit, wait a minute, and then you want to double back to help them because it's the women.
But you always say you'd run away because you feel like you could go help.
No, but he hasn't got out yet. Is my thing. I'm not, and we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna talk about that because
if he should have broke it.
I'm pro run away, but he's got a maze to go through.
He should have broke through the door and then had them crawl through.
He's got to see if he can even break through it. But he hears screams the other way. He's got a door in his way. I feel like my mind would be like, what can I help right now? There's women back there. Natural protector role. I think I would head back after that.
Because I would after I tried to kick the thing open.
Now, see, when I'm talking about running away, I'm not thinking of running away to be a bitch. I'm thinking like, I think we might have a better chance if I run away because I can reach help or whatever. In this situation, I'm like, I got to get through a door. I got to do all this. I like, whoa, shit. They're about to get fucked up. I'd immediately, I think my nature would take over. I'm like, I got to help them right now. I got women back there right now. They're screaming. This was a setup. They're fucked. I got to get back right now before something bad happens to them. I think I would ditch trying to break it open because there's no time.
At the end of the day, in a situation like this, and it's you or anybody else, you know what I'm saying? If it's a life or death situation like this, I'm going to be the single most selfish person you've ever met. Because I'm not going to care, like,
I already know. You've talked about this shit.
You know, it's not me being take it as me being an asshole, but the thing is life or death, like, I'm going to choose me over, anybody.
This dude's an asshole.
But
we know not to join up with him.
At the end of the day, though, don't come near me on the apocalypse. If it's a zombie outbreak, I shoot you on the doorstep.
Yeah,
I have to. I can't take that risk, dude. A zombie outbreak, anybody can be affected. I don't know what's going on with if you've been bit and if you haven't been bit.
So you're not even gonna ask them questions?
No, probably not.
You're just gonna. All right. Well,
I've seen too many movies.
All right, moving on. What about Evan?
It's at least plausible if he turned around. That's all I'm gonna say.
What about Evan gets out of the haunted house?
Arnold. True lies, dude. Just
Arnold, or not Arnold.
Arnold was like, "Put me in the game." Coach.
Evan gets out of the house, and then the dialogue with the ghost character.
I didn't like Evan's kill.
I loved it.
I wasn't really impressed by
the hammer to the.
I feel like they didn't really do.
That might be my favorite kill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I do like the end of it. With the back of the hammer, but not showing them kill him and then having him dead on the ground. Like, I get the suspense aspect of it, but it's like I just feel like with it being Evan, he was like the main co-lead in this movie. So
and the thing, like, he's talking to the ghost, and the ghost is like, "Do you still want to see my face?"
That was creepy as shit.
I loved it.
And then he was saying,
"That's like my favorite scene in the movie."
Then he was saying his address because on the forms. Or on the waivers, they had them put their address, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he knew Evan's address and was saying it out.
Because he was just like, you just saw the shot of him behind him. He was like tightening up. He's like, "Do you still want to see my face?" And you just see Evan, like, his face, like, looking forward, like, what? Like, in his eyes. And then he turns around and he's talking about, he says his address randomly. And then he's like, "What?" And then I love how he doesn't explain it. He cuts right back to what he was saying about his face. He's like, "You were asking to see my face." And I was just wondering, You still want to see it. Like, the way he did that shit. And I actually love that, how it cut away and you didn't know what happened. So for half a second, you're in that moment, you're like, well, what the fuck happened? And then it cuts back, not even like maybe a minute at most later, and you're like, oh shit, we do get to see it, and we get to see that bloody ass finishing touch. He's like, it's a work in progress, and it's just, holy shit, dude.
But
when the masks come off, though, dude, we see Damien's face first.
Yeah.
You know, hits him with that huge line. The
who's sound? I can't do this good as Damien.
Yeah, Damien, obviously. He got the role for real, that who's sound? Like that. It just fucking kills it. And even like
his makeup was crazy as shit.
Yeah, and he's like, such a pretty mask.
Yeah.
Talking about seeing underneath it and shit. Fucking great shit, dude. And that added such another layer. That's why I even asked him that question. Because I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, dude, that was dope. Because normally it's just masks, but then you took it off, and there's that moment, like, it triggers your brain where you're like, are they monsters? What are they? Hold on, are they human? What the fuck is happening here? I like that aspect where my brain went haywire. Like, it wasn't expecting it. And it just was really cool to me. I love the design.
Yeah, their faces are scarier than the mask, which is... If you can believe 100%. That.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did really good with that.
But that's whenever, that happens. And then Harper, her boyfriend, who she broke up with in the beginning, Sam, calls and is trying to find Harper. That's whenever the clown answers or whatever.
That bastard.
Yeah. And then what about the baseball guy? What's his name again?
Nathan.
Harper's about to get killed by the devil after, he's saying...
Oh, yeah. And she made it through all those Oh, you're talking about before where he hits him with the
nail gun.
Yeah,
and she gets away.
He's like starts stabbing at him through.
Through the jail.
I feel like if I was Nathan right there, like as soon as he like stabbed through and like angry and walked out the door, I'd be like, he's coming to kill me right now. That dude's gonna kill me.
I would have shot a lot more nail gun.
Like, fuck.
Nails out of that gun.
Yeah, I'd be like, I would have emptied the clip, dude, gang style, bro. And then you got, like I was saying, I really dig the traps. I like the Harper going through those traps, like her hands fucking getting stuck or stepping on the nails.
That tar was crazy shit.
Yeah.
Just ripping her palms off. Like
palms are sweaty.
That shit was
Yeah. And she barely got under there, which led to her doing, like, the puzzle scenario, which I really liked.
It was like an escape room.
Yeah, and you're talking about the backstory and shit, which I actually kind of enjoyed. Like, I don't think the backstory added a whole lot to the movie, but it was kind of cool to make her not just flat out flat, if that makes sense. And it made that scene a little more elevated, and also the fact that they were able to give her just an inkling of a backstory without fucking up the pacing. I respected that. They snuck it in there beautifully. And for that reason, I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed, like I was saying to you during the movie, I'm like, I feel like I would lose myself in a few moments. Like, oh, yeah, it's probably, over here. Wait a minute. Fuck, I'm about to die still. I'd lose it for a second.
You're having a fun time doing this.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, inside the doll's head. It's got to be, I was right. Yeah, shit. Still gonna get murdered.
Yeah, at this point in the movie, everybody is everywhere. Like, spread out. Like, nobody is together.
Everyone's alone.
Yeah.
And it also, the backstory, this I feel like was the key component into Harper becoming a really good final girl. A good final girl is a girl that doesn't like lay on her back like she's about to die, lay on her back like she's about to die, like it's nothing. She finally snaps out of it and becomes something. She was kind of like a weakling, it felt like the whole way through, because she was like, I didn't want to be here in the first place. Not a weakling, but she was indifferent. Like, it's like she didn't want to be here, that she got it, she's on the run. It felt like that past situation, instead of breaking her, it made her right there. Like, she snapped out of it, and he's like, time to see that mask, or what's behind that mask. And she's like, fuck no. Stabs him right in the eye.
With the key, and that was a sharp key.
Oh, yeah. And she didn't waste a bit. She wasn't like, oh, God, it's that. She immediately ran to the door, fucking got through it. A shell, like shotgun, just fucking went off. And out of nowhere, I was like, oh, fuck, what's on the other side of this? And she's kind of walking towards it. And you hear Dame, I don't know why it cracks me. He's like, my fucking eye! Like, something about that scene. I always laugh a little bit. And that whole setup, I thought, was really good. don't know if y'all have any
she's crawling,
there
and
you
then
go.
Damien, as the devil comes, and he gets on top of her. He's choking her. He's punching her in the face.
he's fucking lighting her up.
And she puts her thumb
He's like,
into
"I'm
his
done."
eye that she just stabbed with the key and like raised him up, and the shotgun it just blows his head off, and that's why they were on. That's why what's her name Harper
R.I.P.
needed
Damien. Sorry,
to
bro.
crawl.
It's a hell of a way to
Because
go
if she
out.
wasn't crawling, if she was just walking, she would have got shot by the gun. But she figured that out. She saw it. She lifted his head up. Goodbye, Damien. Nice knowing you.
And then she ran after the gun instead of crawling after the gun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even run. It was
Yeah.
like a slight jog. That was something. I mean, I guess in the moment you're tripping, but
And
you
then-
hear the thing going off, like the Jack in the Box thing too, and it's
yeah,
like,
and
well,
she you know how it's rolling
Yeah.
at this point. It's timed out.
you have to be.
I mean, that's part of
crawling.
why you put his head up because
Yeah,
you
that's why she
know that it's going to go off at a certain point.
She risked her hand in that too.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Yeah.
It's weird because like I've said, I've seen this movie at least a handful of times now.
I thought her
But
hand
the-
was going with it.
But that was
dude.
the first time I was like, dude, I was like, I never thought about that. Like her thumb about to get, and I
I thought it
honestly,
was her whole hand was about to get blowed off.
I actually would have liked that if it would have like blew
Yeah.
off her finger and her thumb, and she's like,
I think that would have been awesome.
yeah, that'd have been a cool little touch.
That'd have made this a good movie.
Oh, is that right?
But then Sam, the boyfriend, he shows up to the house. He has no idea what he's getting himself into.
No.
Boom!
Not at all.
Immediately gets shot in the back of the neck, and I think it comes through the front. It's a bolt. It's like a quarter-inch
Yeah,
bolt.
it's like a bolt I put my basketball goal together with. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
And then I think it's the clown guy just comes over and just sledgehammer to the head, and
I like how he
That's
debated
pretty
on
cool.
how he was going to kill him too, and said
Yeah.
he was going to smash his head at first, but then he decided, no, I'm going to putt the shit out of his head.
yeah,
And he, dude, yeah,
it's
that
a
was
hard.
brutal.
It was like he was slinging a 5-iron out there.
Cricket. That's what, or croquet.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like a croquet mallet. The way he smashed his head in. And
Yeah.
then I was gonna say too. This is kind of what I was talking about. Then Nathan looks like he got away. What do you do there? You say you go back. See,
Yeah.
this is something I always argue because I'm the type of person, like I said, in that situation where Nathan was stuck, he has to find a way to break through a door. He's got to go through a maze where I can immediately help, and I don't know for sure if I can break through this door. I think I can, but then I got to find my way out of my maze, and there might be people on the other side of the maze or chase me through the maze. I'm going back, but if we're talking like in an open field and you hear a scream, now I'm not guaranteeing I won't go back because my emotions gonna
Depends
kick
on
into
who
play.
it is.
But it's not even that for me. It's just anybody screaming like that. I mean, sure, there's levels of this shit, but anybody screaming like that, it's gonna pull on my heartstrings to go back. But for me, when people get out like that, I don't always look at it as like, I mean, there's some people, even in movies, you're like, this motherfucker's an asshole leaving. That's normally the role. The person who just leaves them behind is an asshole. But I legitimately think there's something to that. If you feel like you're outnumbered, people are dwindling, they're dying, you going back in, you've been in there. And what did you do in there? You did nothing. You have stopped nothing. You have done nothing. You're on their home court. What can you do? It's almost like a lost cause. I think there's almost something to that. If you hear the screaming and you know you're fucking leaving, now you can get pulled in by emotion, and maybe that is the right choice. Who knows for sure? But I think there is something to that where you're not necessarily being a dick. Like, for instance, my character, like not in the movie, but like my actual character, my makeup, like I'm the type of person I think would go back in that situation where you all were saying you wouldn't when he was trapped in the tunnel. But in that situation where they're out, it's not about risking my life for like the betterment. It's taking my brain and thinking like, man, if I can get to a fucking phone and I can call the fucking police and send a whole squad on their ass rather than me going back and the situation I was just in where I wasn't helping anybody. My friends were dying around me left and right. Why would me not going out in the open and bringing in reinforcement, why would that not be a better option? Now, you could say you might get there too late, but, I mean, that's almost like a risk I'm willing to take because I feel like at that point, I'm going to die if I go back in realistically. I know, of course, he goes back in and saves the day and is like, yeah, I got her. Now let's both leave. But in real life situation, I think you get the shit kicked out of you like you did before because they're on top. It's not leaving to be like, oh, I'm fucking safe. It's leaving because Let me come back with a fucking unit so we can shut this shit down. I think that is smarter. Now, situations vary, but it's not me being a dick. Like I said, in that one situation, I would go back. But in that situation where it's open field, I know what I've dealt with. I know we've got our ass kicked. We've lost people left and right. That person or persons probably fares a better chance if I run out on this road right here and wave somebody down and call 911. Rather than like, I'm going to run back in. Oh, I got hit over the head. Oh, we're fucked. Iffy, dude. I don't know. I feel like nobody ever talks about that. If you leave, you're automatically like, fucking douche. But there's something to that. I think there is something to being the person that leaves and not leaves them for dead. Who's going by, oh, fucking stressful night. I'm going to go play some PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm getting the fuck out of there and I'm calling the cops. And not just to save my own ass, to save you. Like,
I agree. I would do that.
If there's something to that, dude, that I feel like that part gets looked over. I don't know. It's like, I think it's just because it's movies. Like, that's the role of the asshole that leaves. But there is another layer to that. It's like, I'm not being an asshole. I'm going to get fucking help. We need help. I go back in there. I'm not Superman like, oh, now I'm the Hulk. I heard the scream. Now everything will be different. Everybody's dying. Go to the fucking road and get a phone. Rest my case. I don't know. That's my thing. That was what was coming later. I don't know. But I feel like you're automatically labeled the fucking douche. And then you would feel like the douche, I will admit, too, if everybody died. Because it would eat at you. You'd sit there and you'd be like, bro, what if I would have went back? Would it have been different? Like, I would think like that for sure. But I think, honestly, putting emotions aside in the moment, I think objectively going to get help is smarter. That's just me. Maybe I'm crazy.
Okay, back to the movie.
That is a part of the
baseball. The baseball guy comes back and he saves Harper, and then he gets tackled by the ghost, and then that's when Harper.
Textbook Ray Lewis.
Yeah, that's when Harper kills the ghost guy. Almost, yeah. She kills the ghost guy, and then they find another worker who's like a virgin worker there. It's like his first day, and he takes his mask off, and he's normal looking, and he's apologizing, and he's like, "Sorry, I didn't know it was gonna be like this."
Did you think he was gonna be a bad guy though?
No.
I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, anyone
Initially?
working there, no.
Like, this is a
It happened
setup.
pretty quick, like, but I just knew, like, I don't know. I at this point, I wouldn't be trusting anybody. I wouldn't be trusting him, even if he looks
he's getting in that
normal.
box too.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm going to get the gun. You're like, we'll find it real quick.
He's
just go boom. But yeah. I know.
Yeah, he's gonna help him escape, and he's like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And one of the other workers just shoots him and kills him, and then comes after him. And then whenever they're climbing, they escape, Nathan and Harper, and they're running to climb over the fence. And that's when Nathan decides he wants to try to kill the one worker, and the worker just pulls out a gun and blasts him. He's lucky Nathan didn't just die for nothing right there. Yeah. Nathan walks up to him with the bat and home runs him.
Sides of that.
He took that shot like Nicolas Cage in Con Air.
I remember watching it with you for the first time. You're like, why is he walking to a guy with a gun? But like, part of me is like, fuck no. But the other part of me is I can see the guy just like, I've had enough of you fuckers. Like, I'm gonna fuck him up. And I love the shot of him teeing off on him with the baseball bat, and he like spit out blood.
I don't think he knew he had a gun. That's why he went back after him.
Yeah,
that's my take on it.
Yeah, that, and he's just like, I've had enough. Like, you know, like, I'm about to leave, but then he sees the old dude. He's like, you know what? Let me get one last fucking hurrah here because y'all fucked us up so bad. Like, let me leave you with something before I bounce. I think it's that kind of I've had enough type of.
And then they get lucky that Sam is smart and parked, far away from the entrance of the haunted house, and they get his truck and they drive away to the hospital. And that's when Harper has that end scene. You see the clown that ran the haunted house. You see him looking at the
foam melter.
The release forms and where they have all their addresses, and I guess she thought that they were going to come back after her, so she home alone the house As a clown guy,
She home alone.
as the clown guy goes into the house and gets stuck in the glue like she did and can't get up, and then he notices the rifle's gone that's above the fireplace, and he slowly turns his head like,
knew.
oh shit, and then boom, end scene, end movie.
Love that.
Yeah, I love that ending. I was gonna say too, one more thing. Can you imagine killing your own friend like that? With
Oh
Bailey?
yeah, I forgot about that
Yeah,
part.
I feel
where
like
she
we
killed
can't
her.
leave that out.
Yeah.
That
She
would
thought
be
she was one of the
rough.
workers, but she, stabs her, and it
Yeah.
turns out it was.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt your
Melanie.
momentum.
As she stabbed that person,
You
I was
knew.
like, oh.
I knew too.
I was
Yeah,
like,
he did
fuck,
too.
man. said,
I can't
"That's-"
remember if I knew or not. I can't remember. I actually don't think I did.
I didn't know at first. I thought that was like the one with that mask was like the G, like the old. Like I was
like
thinking
that.
OG, like
He
really
started
old.
this like
grandfather.
business
Yeah,
type
started it.
shit.
That's what I was thinking.
It's the same shit
The
I
way
thought.
the person wouldn't talk, it wouldn't move or nothing, and then
But I don't think I ever pieced it together. Maybe I was just on the wave, and
I
just
did, because
never
I was
had
like,
time to
"Where
think
is she?
about it.
Like, she hasn't been
See, I didn't even
in
think
any
about
scene
that.
in a while." And then like she
They
shows
did a
up.
good job with that. But yeah, and then the end credits hit, and you get that full on music, and the music I think is amazing. I love that's one of those movies. When it ends, I don't. A lot of movies end credits hit, unless it's like a Marvel movie. You wait till like the very last end credit scene, but you just shut it off. Movie's over, right? When this movie ends, at least for me, I let the music play for a little bit, and I kind of take it all in. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, that's what's up. Good shit.
yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
What'd you rate it, Rodney?
I'm
Since
curious.
it was your
for
first
Ronnie.
watch.
What did we watch?
What'd you rate it?
So I can't exactly give it an 8, but I will give it the 7-8. I mean, I think it deserves a 7-8. It's. I mean, I
That's how
liked
tall
it.
Damien looked in the movie.
Yeah, he looked really tall. I thought it was it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'll definitely say that.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised. Well, that's why I didn't take notes. Is because after the third note, I kind of got sucked into the movie,
Yeah, that's
and
good.
I just stopped taking notes just because
You
I
liked
was
it
like,
more than I thought you would.
yeah, I did too. So 7-8 for me.
Hell yeah. I gave it a 8.5 out of 10. A little tidbit about this movie. This made my top 10 of the year it came out on the back end. Now, you might be like back end, but it made my top 10 of 2019, which I think, in retrospect, might be my favorite movie year ever, which is insane. But I think it might be. Like, the more I look at it.
We need to
So,
look at it.
to make a top 10 that year, I mean, dude, this movie knocked it out of the park for me. They just don't make good slasher type of horror movies like this. And this is a big reason why I follow Damian Maffei's career, because like he's in these kind of movies, man. He's just paving a way. It seems like he just finds the right kind of roles. And of course, people are gonna nitpick certain ones apart, but they're just fun. The characters are a little bit better than like you get from your newer age slasher type movies like this, and the villains are a little bit better. And a big reason why, I know Damien always talks about, you're behind a mask, how creepy can you be? You don't really show anything, you're just walking around. He really does a good job at that. And I know he's always talked about showing his face more, and he'd like to do that. And I joked about him with that in the interview, if y'all watched it, that he actually got to show his face here, kind of, which was kind of cool to see in the movie, because I could see it even though I had all that makeup on. I'm like, oh shit, it's Damien. This movie is just, it's dope, dude. And it's not even just Damien. Everybody did a good job. And that guy that played the ghost, I forget his actor name, of course, blanking on the spot, but he was just as good as Damien. But those two are the ones that really elevated it. Like, it would not be the same without them two. They just fucking blew me away with like how they played those characters and all the little tidbits that went into it that added up into one big thing. 8.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with Rodney. I give it a 7.8, 7.9. This is a fun, enjoyable movie. A lot better than what I thought it was gonna be originally. But these fun horror movies like this, they're very enjoyable and very underrated, and not near as popular as they should be. And those are some of the diamond in the rough. So 7.8, 7.9.
Yeah, this one deserves more credit.
Who's your all's favorite killer, and which one had your favorite face? Like,
Dude,
The ghost was freaky. His face. It was like he had like wax all over his face.
I'm so torn between the two.
Damien's.
I mean, not you think I'd go Damien because like I actually talk to him every once in a while. You know, I get lucky enough. But he's yeah, you'd think I'd go there just because you know like I've had conversations with this guy, so I'm gonna like be all about this dude. But like the ghost dude, like I can't even show bias. Like he was right there with him, dude. It's tough. I really don't know.
It's hard because there's only like 2 or 3 that showed their
Yeah,
face.
the clown guy was
clown
good.
guy's not too scary.
You see all of them, but well, no, you see everybody's faces. Because the guy that shoots
Even
Nathan, you saw his face.
Yeah.
You saw Granny's face.
If we did like a ranking, you obviously the chainsaw guy and then the granny looking face, they'd definitely be at the bottom. The clown dude that got shot in would be third. And by far and away, the top 2 are Damien as the devil and the ghost guy.
Yeah,
And
it's exactly.
I think I
right
might. See. I don't want to sound biased with that, but I think I still might go Damien. But
Jeez.
I think my favorite scene. I think Damien. I don't know, dude. That's tough though, because I think Damien looks the coolest, but the other guy might look the scariest. They balanced it so perfectly.
I like Ghost's face was my favorite.
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
tough, dude.
But my favorite killer was actually the green face, the granny. She was actually my favorite, like,
Really?
antagonist in it. Yeah, she was everywhere and nowhere, and you
same
knew
time.
nothing about her at all,
Well-
like that character.
I think Ghostface had like my favorite scene. I think when he's sitting out there with Evan, that's like my favorite scene.
Yeah, that's
how
his.
you
Yeah,
see my
I would
face.
say that's his best scene.
And he says his address.
The
He's like,
dialogue.
"What?" And he just cuts right back to, "I was just wondering." The way he says it. If you still wanted to see it, it's tough, dude. I mean, they knocked it out of the park for me, man. Great
Hard knock
shit,
life.
man. Yep, for sure. And hopefully, this is the best haunt review that's ever been done. Can we do that? Is that us right now?
Follow us on Instagram at the official Box Office Banner. Follow us on YouTube at Box Office Banner. Every video we make goes up there. Spotify, the official Box Office Banner. Listen to us anywhere, anytime. Facebook, Box Office Banner Movies. Join the group. What are you doing? Join the group, invite your friends, all that. And then what is it? The projectlouder.net.
Yeah, for all things.
For all things, Project Louder, all their podcasts, and ours. And isn't there one more? Or is it just Project Louder?
There's and then Project Ladder Facebook page.
Yeah,
If you haven't
that-
said
join
that,
there
we're
too.
posted all.
Yeah.
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Yeah, join Pornhub. We're on there at official Box Office. Yeah, I don't even want to say it.
Just pause, just turn it off.